Hey everybody, welcome to Sedona Creek Talk, where things may not be what they seem. Well, here we are down at the creek, and I'm dedicating this show to a good friend, to my golf coach. I have the only golf coach on the planet Earth that pays me to get lessons. I don't know how the hell I pulled that off. I've only got like one lesson, and it was at his house, and we watched a video. But it really helped me out, and this gentleman is a PGA professional. Many years taught youth golf in New Jersey. Has numerous young men out there playing high-level golf today as we speak. And Tony, we're thinking about you. Tony is his ticker's been jacked up a little bit, and he's known about it for about 10 years. And it basically told him the other day that you're going to go in and get the oil change. And so he's down in Phoenix right now at St. Joseph's Hospital, magnificent facility. This is a shout out to St. Joe's, all you people. You got a great facility, one of the top facilities in the United States. Take care of my man down there, because the weather's getting cool and I'm going to start playing golf and I'm going to need lessons. And anytime you can have somebody pay you to give you lessons, I don't know how that happens, but it's a good thing. So, here's Sedona Creek Talk lesson number 1. You may be playing golf and there may be a creek along the golf hole. It could, maybe you're at Augusta. There is a small creek running through Augusta, not nearly this big. First thing you want to have in your golf bag is a carpet. If you've got a piece of carpet in your golf bag, you can set it up, put the ball right on it. It helps tremendously. The second thing you want to do is if you're hitting a golf ball off of giant boulders and it landed perfectly on the rock like that, and we picked it up and we got a ruling, and then we were able to put our carpet down there. And you're going to have an uneven stance, okay? Theoretically, the ball is a little bit above me, so it's up a little bit. I'm on 2 rocks here. I've got 1 foot on this rock here. Now I am wearing flip-flops, so my feet are wet. I don't know what to tell you about that. You're just going to have to trust that your flip-flops don't blow out, or your thongs. And what I can tell you about this is you have to imagine you're on a flat fairway. You're on a tee box. Take all the undulation out of your brain, okay? Now, you may need to choke down on the golf club because the ball is above your feet. That's the only thing that I want you to focus on, okay? You don't want to have it be choked back, because now you really need to be down here, okay? But if you choke up, that brings it about where you need to be. Don't be concerned that this leg's lower than that leg. Don't be concerned that you're standing on rocks. Don't be concerned that you could fall in 3 feet of water behind you. Focus on your target. Okay? All right? There's not a green down there, but there is the middle of the creek, and I don't want to hit anybody. So let's see how it goes. I'm going to choke down on this bad boy. Okay? Okay, I hit it solid, but I pulled it left. Thank God there's a lot of trees there. So there is a hiking trail up in that area. So my stance is a little bit open. I pulled that ball left. Now the good thing about it, Tony, when I see you, you're going to tell me what I did. You're going to say, like, stand up straighter or some stupid, simple thing. And I'm going to go out and shoot a record round of golf just by some basic thing that you've seen. And that's what's beautiful about Tony, is he's a pro. And I'm telling you, I showed him a video of me hitting a drive one day. It was a horrible drive. And he just said, stand up. And so the next time I played golf, I stood up when I was hitting my driver. Unbelievable. It was amazing. And I mean, I've been playing for 10 years, leaning over. I could have won a lot more money if I met Tony 10 years ago. Okay. And that's at 50 cents a hole. All right, this is my last. I don't have any more ammo, none over there. So this needs to be good. I'm trying to land it in the water. Back my right foot out of this a little bit. I think I was a little too open. Stand up. Ooh, that rock's moving a little bit. Woo! Man, that one might have killed somebody. Okay. Good that we don't have any more golf balls, everybody. Thank you for hanging out at Sedona Creek Talk. We're going to go over in the sand here and do a little sand lesson. Tony, we love you. Tell the girls down at St. Joseph that they're great. Take good care of you. And we'll talk to you guys soon. So, every once in a while, you may find yourself playing golf and near the creek. They may have a creek running through there, but you get out past the creek into the trees and you're in the sand. Now, this is actually really nice sand. This sand's actually probably better than the sand, I hate to say it, but it might even be better than the sand at the Sedona Golf Resort. Pretty good sand here. So we're going to give you a lesson on how to hit a sand shot through all kinds of bad trees and bad stuff. I don't even see a green over there anywhere, but I'm going to try and hit a green, and I'm not even sure if there's one over there. So when you're hitting a sand shot, and especially if you have flip-flops on, it's important not to dig in too much because you'll get a lot of dirt on your feet, and then it irritates you and it affects the way you swing the golf club. But the most crucial part of hitting a sand shot near the creek, this is not a sand trap, although some really nice sand. This is like US Open sand here. Is you want to hit the ball first as much as you can. You don't want to take too much sand or you won't get any ball flight. You don't want to get too much ball to where you top it and it goes right there. So you want to kind of take the club more up in a higher plane than you normally would. You want to come down on the ball. You want to get as much ball as you can as soon as you can with not too much sand so you get flight, because this is some good sand here. And get it on the green. Now I'm not even sure there's a green over there. Pretty sure there's not, because there's not even a golf course here. So let's see how it goes. Remember, you can't ground your club, you're in a hazard. 2-stroke penalty if you ground your club. So there's no grounding the club onto the ground, or it's an automatic 2-stroke. That was terrible. Now, if none of your buddies are looking, drop another ball. Pretend like nobody's seen that. Okay? Do it again. Now we got some action. Boy, that was a good ball. That might have been the best sand shot I ever hit. That went every bit of 85 yards, even through the trees. All right. Lessons with Sedona Creek Talk here at Sedona Creek Talk. That was for you, Tony. So I'm curious. Today, we'll call him President Trump today. President Trump came out and had an not an emergency, but like a spur of the moment press conference. And I was having my nap time. So I'd been up since about 3:30 in the morning working. And I said, well, let me listen to this. I've not been listening to all of them. It gets pretty boring, actually. But it's all about vaccines. They're going to have like 500 million vaccines ready to go like next week. And they're going to go give them to all the people in the nursing homes. They're going to give them to all the first responders. The military's doing it, period. Nothing about you don't have to take the vaccine. There was a lot of questions from the press about every single American getting a vaccine. There was discussion about
2 separate shots that you have to take with this vaccine. This is a barometer for me, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to determine how I react. This is going to determine where I live. This is going to determine what kind of a person I am moving forward. So, President Trump, I hope you make the right decision. I don't think you make any decisions, really. I think the military's making them all. I think you're doing exactly what they tell you to do, and you're saying exactly what they tell you to say. So I guess I should address the generals in the United States military. I'm not taking your vaccine. I know a lot of other people that aren't. So I'm not sure how you feel about that. So I had a little right brain moment. And, every once in a while, it's rare, very rare. Every once in a while, I try to think maybe there's some weird positive twist to everything, So, for instance, CV 2.0, COVID-19, whatever the hell you want to call it, was getting us prepped and ready for Planet X coming in. And I'm going to do another, I've got requests in the comment section to do another show on Planet X, and I got stuff to do on it, and I think there's a segment of material out there, a good piece of material that will hold up percentage-wise. It's a 50%, less than 50% percentage-wise. So, for instance, if Planet X is coming in, it's going to flood all the coastal areas, so that's why we're having the fires. They're running everybody out of, the coastal areas purposely, blaming it on Antifa, blaming it on poor forestry management, whatever. But, you get enough, if you breathe smoke for long enough, you'll eventually decide, I don't want to live here, and you'll move away, right? So then when the tidal waves come in, there'll be very few people perish. Well, when you got 30 million people in the state of California alone, that's a lot of people to try to push east, if you will. And unfortunately, I live in Arizona, and east is like right up our ass, basically. So it's that, and we're not real fond of California politics, and they seem to be used to it, and they like it. So, that's going to be problematic for me. But when you send 30 million people anywhere, that's going to be problematic for everybody. So I had this revelation that maybe, just maybe, and you guys are going to probably think I'm high, and you're probably going to think, maybe some of you probably even unsubscribe when I say this. But what if, so there's some, not rumor, but there's some studies or some data out there that shows that maybe hydroxychloroquine, okay, that Trump was on, or he at least said that he was taking it, and it supposedly is a therapeutic, and it takes care of COVID and all this shit. There's some information floating around out there that hydroxychloroquine actually decalcifies your pineal gland, your chakra, your third eye. And that's when that happens, people wake up. So, for instance, mine got decalcified like a long time ago. and I've witnessed people that I'm close to have it happen recently. So I'm familiar with it happening. I mean, I've seen people that were completely blind sheep, that just went along with the mainstream, and, if you didn't see it in your hand, it wasn't real. I've seen these people's pineal gland open up and decalcify, and now they're like full-blown, like red-pilled and awake. So what if, by chance, the U.S. military finally realized that the Central Intelligence Agency, the deep state, Poppy Bush, and all the assholes that have been running this planet, basically, with the reptiles for a long time, they finally decided, you know what, this Russian plan that started back in the 80s, late 70s, to indoctrinate the schools and the generational programming of our kids in our colleges and our school systems become Marxist, communist, socialists, and it was a 30-year plan, and it worked very well, by the way, and we're dealing with it right now. What if they decided that the only way to we're either going to have to eradicate these people out of the country if we're ever going to get back to America and get back to badass and kick ass, or what if we stick hydroxychloroquine, or whatever the hell you say it, in these vaccines, and God knows what else, decalcify their pineal gland, open up their chakra in their third eye, essentially red pilling the entire society and shedding their Marxist upbringing and basically having them wake up and become woke. God, wouldn't that be great? Shit, but I'm pretty sure that's not the case. But that was something I was fantasizing about today, and you know, I don't know. I mean, there's a very small little bit of me that wants to think that there's good in this whole program. Something good's going to come out of it. There's so much, when you're dealing with reptiles, and you're dealing with dark energy, it's real hard to be positive. It's real hard to see any good or any light anywhere. Now, I understand that I want to be in the light, and I am a light creature, and I'm a light being, and I understand that the light is where I want to be. See the light going down look at that light going right down the center of it. Look at that. Isn't that light beautiful? The light is way prettier. Look, it's kind of blue, and then it's green. It's way prettier than the dark on the sides. So, look at that. That's pretty too, isn't it? A little greenery back there. So anyway, put in the comments section, what do you think? Think there's a chance that there's any goodness going to happen here? Think there's a chance that any positive's going to come out of this? I don't know. I don't know. But I will tell you this. I'm going to say it right now on the show here at Sedona Creek Talk, where we're always trying to figure out what the hell's going on, and nothing is what it seems. What I'm going to tell you right now is this vaccine is going to be a barometer for me, basically. This is going to be whether or not I go self-contained, off-grid, like right away. If this vaccine is all bullshit and it's not, they're not forcing it, trying to make everybody take it, if they're not trying to make everybody have papers that said you took it to fly, get a passport, get a driver's license, buy food, have a job, all the shit that you hear, all the negative dark stuff, if that's not the case, and they just say, oh, it's gone, COVID's gone, and everybody's vaccinated that wanted to be, and the old people in the nursing homes are vaccinated, and it just kind of goes away after the first of the year, then I'm going to change my future plans. But if it's going like it looks like it's going, then you're going to be talking to one totally different cat here on Sedona Creek Talk. You're going to have a whole nother visual coming at you on Sedona Creek Talk, a whole nother person. So, look forward to talking to you guys tomorrow. Oak Creek, Sedona. A lot of folks like the creek. In fact, I had a few subscribers say, why don't you just be at the creek? We really like it when you're at the creek. I said, I'll go to the creek. I'll go to the creek. Water is getting a little colder, but I'll come down here if there's snow. I've been down here with 1.5 feet of snow. Ducks on the pond, and talk to you guys soon.